Hello, dear students. Today we are going to write a for and against essay. Open your books at page 56. Let's read writing tips. For and against essay present the advantages and disadvantages of a topic. They normally consist of an introduction presenting the topic without giving an opinion, a main body presenting the points for and against the issue in separate paragraphs. Each argument is supported with justifications and examples. Each paragraph should start with a topic sentence that summarizes the main idea of the paragraph. And conclusion, presenting the writer's opinion or giving a balanced consideration of the topic. For and against essay are written in a formal, impersonal style, so short sentences, colloquial expressions, and idioms are avoided. You can begin and end your essay with any of the following techniques. Address the reader directly, include a quotation, include a rhetorical question. And now, exercise 1. Read the rubric and answer the questions. You have seen the following announcement in an environmental magazine. Should we only eat organic food? You are to send an essay discussing the pros and cons of this proposal. Your essay should consist more than 120 words. And the questions are: what type of essay do you have to write? What style will you write it in? Choose A for advantage and D for disadvantage next to items to eating organic food. The A contains more nutrients, its advantage. Costs more than regular food, its disadvantage. Doesn't contain toxic substances, advantage. Is better for wildlife and the environment, advantage. Would be beneficial for health, advantage. Often goes off quickly, disadvantage. More natural, advantage. More likely to go to waste, disadvantage. And now let's get acquainted with new words, listen to them and write down on your vocabularies.
Beneficial. Biofuel.
Carbon dioxide.
Crop.
Drawback.
Go off. Go to waste. Habitat loss.
Nutrient.
Nutritious.
Omega-3 fatty acid. Preservative.
Renewable.
The pros and cons.
Wildlife.
In exercise 2, you are to read the essay. Which techniques had the writer used to start and end the essay? Let's check.
The writer addresses the reader directly and uses a rhetorical question to start the essay. Then a quotation is used to end the essay.
In exercise 3, we are to define which paragraph gives the writer's opinion. It's the last paragraph, number 4. Presents the topic. It's the beginning, paragraph 1. Gives the arguments against the topic. It's the third paragraph. And gives the arguments for the topic. It is the second one. In exercise 4, you are to choose the correct words. Let's check. To begin with, there are lots of advantages to using biofuels. For example, they cause less pollution than fossil fuels. Some people feel that biofuels are better for the environment because they release less carbon dioxide, which is a greenhouse gas. In contrast, some people argue that biofuels cause habitat loss for wildlife. For instance, animals lose their homes when land is cleared to grow crops for biofuels. And now let's replace the linkers in bold in the text with the alternatives. For example, instead of to start with, we may say firstly. Firstly, we may change into first of all. For example, for instance, in this way. As a result. Secondly, in addition. Therefore, as a result, on the other hand, however, to begin with, firstly, since, as, moreover, furthermore, as a result, therefore, all in all, in conclusion. In exercise 5, you are to put the sentences in the correct order. Let's check. The first one is D. There are many advantages to using biofuels in our vehicles. The second is C. First of all, they are carbon neutrals. The third is B. Therefore, they don't release additional carbon dioxide into the air. The fourth is E. In addition, they release fewer toxic fumes when they are used. And the last is A. That means they are much better for the environment. Now you are to define which is the topic sentence. There are many advantages to using biofuels in our vehicles. First of all, they are carbon neutrals, therefore they don't release additional carbon dioxide into the air. In addition, they release fewer toxic fumes when they are used. This means they are much better for the environment. Let's check.
There are a number of benefits to using biofuels in our vehicles.
In exercise 6, you are to read the rubric again, underline the keywords and answer the questions. A website for students is asking for opinions on the following issue. Should all cars run on biofuels? You are to write for and against essay discussing the pros and cons of this proposal. You are to write more than 120 words. The questions are: what do you have to write and who will read it? What will each paragraph include? How could you begin and end your essay? Which sentences is or are in favor of the proposals in which is or are against it? Match each viewpoint as a justification example on the right. Let's check. Number 1 is biofuels are a renewable energy source. It's B. They won't run out since it is quick and easy to grow more crops. Number 2. The production of biofuels requires a lot of resources. It's C. Land, water, and a lot of energy is required to grow enough crops. And the last, biofuels are better for the environment than fossil fuels. It's A. They produce less of the harmful chemicals that cause air pollution and acid rain. And now you are to think of more advantages or disadvantages and justifications and examples to support them.
They don't increase the amount of carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas, in the atmosphere. They are mostly carbon neutral, meaning they put into the atmosphere less or the same amount of carbon as they take out. When land is used for biofuels, it is not used for food crops. There may not be enough land to grow food.
In exercise 7, you are to use the ideas to write your essay. Follow the plan on the right to use different techniques to start and end your essay. Look at the plan and listen to the example.
Wouldn't the world be a better place if there were less exhaust fumes from petrol and diesel engines? Well, this could happen if more people switched to biofuels to run their vehicles. There are many advantages to using biofuels in our vehicles. First of all, they are a renewable energy source. This means that they can easily be replaced by growing more crops. What is more, biofuels are better for the environment. They produce less of the harmful chemicals that cause air pollution and acid rain. On the other hand, there are some disadvantages to fossil fuels. To start with, the production of biofuels requires a lot of resources. This means that land, water, and a lot of energy is required to grow crops. All in all, I believe using biofuels is better than using fossil fuels, and more cars should use them. Whilst more cars may run on clean energy such as electricity and solar power in the future, using biofuels in vehicles is a step in the right direction. Wouldn't you agree?